Today marks a significant moment as President Trump prepares to speak to world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. His address is scheduled for 9:50 a.m. on Tuesday, and it promises to be a pivotal event, especially given the current global tensions. In attendance will be numerous leaders from around the globe, including both allies and adversaries, such as the president of Iran. Trump has indicated that his speech will cover both the positive and negative developments occurring worldwide, particularly in light of the ongoing conflict stemming from Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which he has been actively trying to resolve, as well as the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza, which he has described as a disaster. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has mentioned that the president will also take this opportunity to highlight his administration's achievements, including a series of ceasefire agreements that his team has facilitated. However, a notable backdrop to this year's assembly is the decision by several U.S. allies, including the United Kingdom, Canada, and France, to recognize a Palestinian state, a move that has drawn criticism from both the U.S. and Israel. It remains uncertain whether Trump will address this contentious issue during his speech. While in New York, Trump is also expected to engage in discussions with leaders from Ukraine, Argentina, and the European Union, among others, which could further shape the international dialogue. In a related development, Secretary of State Marco Rubio expressed his views on the push for Palestinian state recognition during an appearance on CBS Mornings. He dismissed the initiative as irrelevant while the conflict persists, suggesting that it serves more as a vanity project for certain leaders seeking relevance. Rubio emphasized that this effort complicates negotiations with Hamas, making it harder to achieve concessions that could lead to peace. He pointed out that there is currently a unique opportunity to end the violence in Gaza, asserting that Trump is the only leader capable of brokering a resolution. Rubio stated, "Every country in the region, and frankly, every country in the world, including many involved in this recognition effort, are urging the president to take action on this issue." Rubio also mentioned an important meeting scheduled for today with a majority of Muslim nations, including Gulf states, aimed at making one last attempt to resolve the Gaza conflict, secure the release of hostages, and ensure humanitarian aid reaches those in need without empowering Hamas. As Trump prepares to deliver his speech, it is essential to note that his administration has distanced itself from several UN agencies, including the Human Rights Council and the World Health Organization, and has reduced its financial contributions to the UN. This withdrawal reflects the administration's criticism of the UN's stance on Israel and its extensive global outreach. The ongoing war in Ukraine remains a significant concern, with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in attendance, seeking continued support from European allies and the Trump administration. Trump has expressed frustration over the unresolved conflict, having previously claimed he could settle it swiftly due to his relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. However, he acknowledged that the situation has proven more complex than anticipated. In a separate but alarming development, the U.S. Secret Service has disrupted a telecommunications network in the New York area that posed a potential threat during the UN General Assembly. This operation led to the seizure of over 300 SIM servers capable of facilitating encrypted communications, which could have severely impacted emergency services in the city. As the assembly unfolds, the focus will likely be on the Israel-Hamas conflict and the recognition of a Palestinian state. The UN General Assembly recently passed a non-binding resolution advocating for a phased resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the establishment of a Palestinian state. This has sparked a wave of recognition from countries like the UK, Australia, and Canada, with France following suit, despite the Trump administration's disapproval. The newly confirmed U.S. ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, will also be present, marking his first significant engagement since his appointment. The UN General Assembly serves as a crucial platform for member states to discuss and vote on pressing global issues, and this year's session coincides with the 80th anniversary of the UN's founding, under the theme, Better Together, 80 years and more for peace, development, and human rights. As we anticipate Trump's address, the question remains, will he effectively navigate the complexities of these global issues, Or will his approach spark further controversy? What are your thoughts on the recognition of a Palestinian state and its implications for peace in the region? Share your opinions in the comments.